Imagine planning a simple vacation with friends, then vanishing without a trace in broad daylight, right outside an airport. This is the unsettling true story of Lars Mittank, a 28-year-old German man whose disappearance in 2014 has baffled investigators and captivated the internet ever since. Lars was a seemingly ordinary young man from Berlin, friendly, athletic, and working a steady job. In June 2014, he travelled with friends to the Bulgarian resort town of Golden Sands for a fun, sun-soaked vacation. Everything was going according to plan, until it wasn't. One night, during the trip, Lars got into an argument with a group of other German tourists over a soccer match. His favourite team, Werder Bremen, had just played. The disagreement escalated, and later that evening, Lars reportedly got into a physical altercation. Though his friends didn't witness the fight directly, Lars later told them he'd been attacked by a group of men, allegedly hired by the tourists he'd argued with. His jaw was fine, but he suffered a ruptured eardrum, an injury that would change the course of his entire trip. Because of the ear injury, a local doctor advised Lars not to fly home with his friends. Air pressure could worsen the damage. So Lars decided to stay behind a few extra days to recover. His friends offered to stay too, but Lars insisted they go ahead. He checked into a cheap hotel in a sketchier part of town and visited another doctor who prescribed him an antibiotic called ceftriaxone. Then things started getting strange. Lars began behaving erratically. He sent his mother a series of unsettling text messages saying he didn't feel safe and that he believed someone was trying to kill him. He even asked her to cancel his credit card. Surveillance footage from the hotel captured Lars pacing the halls, peeking out windows and hiding in an elevator as if someone was following him. At one point, he reportedly left the hotel in the middle of the night and was seen wandering the streets. By July 8th, just days after his friend had left, Lars decided to fly home. He arrived at Varna Airport in the morning and even managed to check in for his flight to Germany. He called his mother from the airport and told her he was about to board. Everything seemed to be getting back on track. Just minutes before boarding, Lars was seen entering the airport medical office to get one final check on his ear. While inside, a construction worker entered the room. For reasons unknown, Lars appeared suddenly terrified. He stood up abruptly, muttered, "I don't want to die here," and bolted out of the office. Security cameras captured what happened next. Lars sprinted out of the terminal without his luggage, without his passport, and without his phone. He ran across the parking lot into a nearby forest. That was the last confirmed sighting of Lars Mittank. Since then, no trace of Lars has ever been found. Naturally, theories began pouring in. One of the most widely discussed is that Lars suffered a psychotic episode, possibly triggered by his injury or antibiotics he was prescribed. Ceftriaxone has been linked in rare cases to hallucinations and paranoia. Could his altered mental state have caused him to flee from a situation that wasn't actually threatening? Others believe Lars might have had an undiagnosed mental health condition, and that the stress of being alone in a foreign country, injured and vulnerable, amplified a latent disorder. But then there are darker theories. Some speculate that Lars was being followed. His fear may have been genuine. After all, he told his mother that he believed men were after him, and his hotel behaviour wasn't just paranoid, it looked like he was hiding from someone. Could he have been targeted by criminals in Bulgaria? Perhaps for organ trafficking or as part of a kidnapping plot? Adding to the mystery, some internet sleuths claimed that Lars might have stumbled onto something he wasn't supposed to see. Illegal activity in the area perhaps, and became a target. There's even a theory involving the German intelligence services, suggesting Lars may have had ties to classified work or was on the run from something far more complex than a vacation gone wrong. But there's no real evidence to support this idea. It's mostly fueled by the eerie nature of his disappearance and the vacuum of answers. Lars's mother, Sandra Mittank, has never stopped looking for her son. She's appeared on talk shows, distributed posters, and worked with private investigators to piece together what could have happened. Every so often a possible sighting surfaces, from Canada to South America to homeless shelters in Germany, but none have been confirmed. In the years since Lars vanished, the video of him sprinting out of the airport has gone viral. It's become one of the most viewed missing persons clips on the internet. Something about the way he runs, frantic, terrified, as if he truly believed his life was in danger, haunts everyone who watches it. How could someone simply disappear in daylight in a place surrounded by cameras and people? Why did he leave all his belongings behind? And perhaps the most chilling question of all, what or who was Lars running from? To this day, the disappearance of Lars Mittank remains one of the most disturbing and mystifying true crime cases in the world. Was it mental illness, foul play, or something else entirely? Until new evidence emerges, the truth remains lost in that Bulgarian forest, just like Lars.